What is going on, folk? My name is NimbleThor, and after nearly a year of playing a new mobile game every single day here on the channel, and as 2017 is now coming to an end, I figured that we would have a look back at the 10 best free-to-play mobile games of the year. Or, I mean, at least the games that I've had the most fun playing. Because honestly, I don't fully agree with the games picked by many of the app stores and news outlets. So without further ado, here we go. To start the list off, at number 10 we have Durango Wildlands, and I had a lot of fun playing this one and was especially positively surprised by the multiplayer aspect after being let down by Last Day on Earth Survival, which didn't really turn out to have actual online real-time multiplayer. The game's super high quality, and although it is still only in beta, I figured that it deserved a spot here in the 2017 list, as I really enjoyed playing it, and I know that many of you have as well. At number 9, I want to put Crusaders of Light, because despite the much debated auto systems here in 2017, Crusaders of Light's focus on the team raid battles and the fact that these raids are actually available even at lower levels and not just at cap, made it one of the most interesting MMO gameplay experiences I've had on mobile this year. At number 8, I put Dragonraya M, and while there were actually a couple of great RPG releases this year, Dragonraya ultimately gets a spot on my Games of the Year list because of its amazing story, which is definitely worth reading every single line of, and because of its interesting and visually stunning looking combat scenes. The combat was really great in this one. Then, at number 7, I landed on Snipers vs. Thieves, which was a game that positively surprised me with its, I would actually call it genre-breaking, take on a mobile heist game where we got to play as both the snipers and the thieves. I actually really liked this one, and if it wasn't for the fact that there were so many great games this year, it could have easily been even higher on the list. At number 6, I put Indie Wonder of the Year, Data Wing. It's a game that currently sits at a well-deserved 4.9 out of 5 on most app stores, and it's honestly the best one-man developer game of the year. What I particularly like about Data Wing is that it's both got a great story and difficult and entertaining gameplay, whereas many games often lag in one of these two areas. I placed it at number 6 because although amazing to play, it is relatively short. Alright, so now we're beginning to close in, guys. We only have 5 left, and at number 5 I have Tactical Monsters. And it's a game I greatly recommend to anyone who has ever played and enjoyed Heroes of Might and Magic. It's a real-time multiplayer turn-based strategy game played on a hex grid, exactly like Heroes of Might and Magic, with a solid hero building system and combat. The game's also both out on mobile and PC via Steam, and it's actually highly rated on every single store it's available on, and that's definitely well deserved. Now, as for number 4, I actually discussed this one quite a bit with myself, but I ultimately landed on Survivor Royale. But I will actually be willing to substitute Survivor Royale with Rules of Survival if that's more you guys' flavor. But the reason I put Survivor Royale here is that it's actually a really solid attempt at a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds mobile experience before the original PUBG game has even come out yet. It won't get out in 2017 at this point, that's almost certain. And the monetization is almost entirely focused on cosmetics, which of course is really great to see. The matchmaking is fast, and playing was actually one of the more thrilling and adrenaline-pumping experiences I've had this year. At number 3, I put Quantum Siege, which is a game I highly recommend checking out because although the real-time multiplayer strategy game is still in beta, and most of you probably haven't had the chance to play it just yet, this is definitely one of the games that I've been the most excited about this year. Because it's a game that not only visually looks amazing, but also has more depth than most current popular strategy games, such as for example Clash Royale, and most importantly of course, it's actually super fun to play. Now, as for number 1 and number 2, I actually had a lot of trouble figuring out which of these games should be number 1 and which should be number 2, but ultimately, I have placed Arena of Valor as number 2 on my list, because there's no doubt that this is overall the highest quality game released in all of 2017. It's a 5 vs 5 MOBA made by the League of Legends owners Tencent, and it runs smoother than any other game I've played this year, and has a visual quality and polish that probably only Quantum Siege really even comes close to reaching. Now, I've placed Arena of Valor so high because it's a real-time multiplayer game with fast matchmaking while still remaining competitive because of the ease of unlocking new heroes without paying, and overall just a very laid-back monetization. This is how mobile games should be made in my honest opinion, and I hope to see more of these types of games in 2018. And at number 1, I of course had to place Battle of Arrow, which I was absolutely fascinated by right from the first play. And while many may find the need to use a gyroscope to control the game as a turn-off, if you can overcome that turn-off, the game is as close to a perfect real-time PvP game that also actually requires skill as they come. It is definitely one of the most promising games of 2017, with lots of features being added frequently, such as most recently friendly battles, for example. It is by far the most intense game of the year as well, and it's one of my main go-to games right now. And that was actually it for the list, guys. But lastly, I've got a few honorable mentions that I won't dive too deep into, but that I would definitely recommend you guys checking out. And those are Clone Evolution, which was a great idle game, by the way, the Shadowgun Legends shooter, War Wings, Stranger Things the game, and Crash Arena Turbo Stars, all of which are games that I had a lot of fun playing this year, and they could have easily made it to the list, as I said, if there just were less great games released this year. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with my top mobile games of the year list? If not, what are your favorite games of the year? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And while you're still here, be sure to subscribe for a new first impressions look at a new mobile game every single day from Monday till Friday. And until next time, guys, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I will see you guys around.